Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of July, I have two special sales offer. One, it's a mid-year reading, a reading that looks into the second half of 2019 and what kind of opportunities, challenges, and changes might be a part of that time frame for you. And the other one is called The Tides, and it's a reading that looks upon the emotional currents in your life, what kind of emotional new experiences might be coming to the shore, might be coming to you during this time, and what experiences and emotional purging, emotional clearing might also be happening, and what kind of situations that might be bringing. So if you would like to know more details about those special offers or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Scorpio, it does feel like some of you have this conflict of directions. It's like some of you are torn between the past and the future. There's a clear sense of not really knowing what to do about specific circumstances of the past. It's like an inability to let go, a difficulty in feeling free, in feeling released from past experiences, limitations, memories, relationships, but at the same time feeling like you're being pulled in an opposite direction than that of the past. So some of you are torn between a new life direction or sustaining an old one that is kind of relevant, but feeling it's like it's an important piece of your personal story, but it's felt as being heavy, as being like something burdensome. It's like you can't really let go of it, but you can not also sustain it much longer in a way that it's viable to you, to your happiness, and to the things you long to achieve. And I do feel like some of you during July, you're dealing with a lack of patience that might be also creating this frustration, like feeling like things are slowing down instead of getting clarified, or instead of getting on the move in the direction that you feel like things are happening. Be patient with this month because we are under a lot of retrograde influences. So naturally, and being that the hangman is your energy here, representing your soul and your spirit, and how you are basically internalizing all the main experiences of the month, you need time. This is a time of reflection, of observation, of contemplation, of many, 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 many things. Things are not yet fully clarified because there's more information that's going to come to you, and you don't have to do anything about it. That's the thing about the hangman. This information comes as a sudden awakening, as a spiritual kind of moment, like a channeling of divine information that's going to open up your eyes, that is going to open up your mind to a new vision of how things are and can be ahead. So some of you feel like you have your power to act and your power to do and your power to be a little bit held by forces you don't understand. And for some of you, you're also just feeling incapacitated to do something because of what I said initially, because there's a lot of complexities. It's not easy for you to make a move during this time. Some of you are dealing with heavy, it's like what's happening here for some of you Scorpios is that you have a heavy baggage that maybe you're about, it's like this heavy baggage is about to be lightened up because you do have the Fool. So definitely there's this unconscious need to be free, to release yourself from certain restraints that are keeping you from evolving, from bringing in the new, right? From taking leaps, from taking risks. You want to take risks and you want the new. There's a subconscious drive there to jump into a new experience and a new version, a new paradigm, a new shift here. But you also still very connected with this. So the past, Hangman, Six of Cups. You can see that there's this divergence of I feel like some of you, it could be that some of you want to rewrite your story, your past with someone, or just you want to rewrite something that you feel you missed on. So some of you could be trying to thinking about reaching out to someone of your past to redo something, to rewrite your story, to try to have a new beginning with someone or something of the past that you feel you have missed on. It could be that, but it could also be that there is this new influence in your life and this past influence in your life, and the past influence feels as a very internal process, and the new is about to come. It's about to erupt here, and some of you just don't know yet what's the right thing to do. And I also feel like some of you, it's like there's this a little bit of this vengeful retaliation energy. Some of you might be dealing with something. This past influence might be also about something that lingers with you because you have not yet found a path to forgiveness about the situation, or a path of acceptance of whatever happened that brought you this down feeling, this feeling of betrayal, or this feeling of loss. Some of you feel like you have been replaced. If this is about relationships in particular, I feel like you have this feeling of being replaced that you cannot really easily accept. And for those of you that are feeling that, I feel like the moment has come where you really need to make that dive into looking at aspects of your internal self that keep you attached to emotions and to thoughts that are not good for you and that don't help you attract better new experience, a new love, freedom, options that have more potential, right? In whichever they can turn out to be, at least you know that there's something there to experiment, something there that you have not tried before, and you can apply this to love or any other aspect of your life during July in which you're feeling this energy. But as I was saying, I feel like there's this feeling of retaliation. It's like I feel like some Scorpios want to get back at someone. You want to rub something on their face, or you want to prove yourself by what you have now, or what you are to achieve, or the person you have now by your side. And be mindful that there's this something here that turns sour, really sour, and you still kind of too much like indulging too much on that, like that sour energy, that bitter energy. Of course that this can also go the other way around. If this is not you, there's someone that's feeling that way towards you, someone that feels you have replaced them, someone that feels that bitterness towards you and is projecting that negative energy onto you. It's like someone that might be really upset or really jealous or really angry with the fact that you have moved on, or with the fact that you have not had that thoughtfulness of do whatever or be whomever they wanted you to be. So relationships are a little bit tricky during this time as well. And I do feel like you feel like your life, your love life, and your life in general during this time, it carries a degree of sacrifice. Like you're feeling like you always have to sacrifice something. You always have to lose something. There's always a price to pay. This Hangman, there's always this feeling of a price to pay, that it's too much on you. And I can see that you don't really feel well about this. I feel like some of you are trying to pretend that you don't care about something, but you do. you do. You're trying to control yourself, you're trying to control the situation, but internally you feel really, really lost and kind of saddened with feelings, memories, words like sorry. I do feel like some of you Scorpios have a lot of moments of deep contemplation, right? Or where you're being kind of thrown with sudden memories, where there's the words that have been exchanged, the places, the sounds, the scent, the taste of situation. Like you have a lot of graphic memory, it's like registration here coming up during this time for you. And some of you, it could be again about anything. It's just a matter of things are in the turning point for you. There's this transitional phase that some of you have been in, but they are about to change because the Fool is here. So you will very soon jump into that new beginning, that new experience. Perhaps it will be something completely new, brand new, or you will, because you go from the Fool to the Six of Cups as you go into August. So perhaps you will really rewrite something of your past, or you will have a second chance to go back to something that you truthfully desire or appreciate or value. It's like some of you have been in this long quest of also, like you have been studying your life or your past experiences, and you have really tried to understand what's there, what's about the past that's so important, that or what's valuable about it, who's valuable enough, that maybe I have. It's like there's a feeling like some of you left people or left your dreams or left experiences, but in reality you still kind of feel like you need them. There's like something to be recovered from the past in order to end this chapter, in order to end this complicated situation some of you have been in. And I do feel like July might bring you that slow down effect. Some of you that are frustrated with the lack of movement, or feeling like things are not really happening. I feel like that's the way of the universe kind of telling you that this is a moment where the focus is on you and understanding what's going on inside of you and understanding what you need to go back to, what you need to look at, what you need to take ahead, right, in your life, so things are clarified and things are it's like your reading is really complicated, because it's like some of you, in order to move forward and in order to move ahead, it's not just about, you taking those steps and not looking back. For you, it's different. It's like it feels like you really need to look back if you want to move forward, which is tricky because there's something about it, what represents here your background, that it's very important. It could be just to make peace with yourself or make peace with someone so you can move on. It could be a memory, something you have missed on, lost, something you have not said, something that was kind of left in this suspense mode that you need to take care of. And I feel like you will take care of this as you go into August. So as you go into August, the past has even more importance, right? Everything dealing with what's like what has been following you and what has been that past trail is reaching to you at the end of the month. And if you have any doubts about what this Six of Cups is for you, I feel like you will get clarified again as you go more into the later part of the month. For some of you that are dealing with an Aries, this could be a particular significant message. It could be that this Aries in you and this dynamic is a part of what's going on here, or for some of you that have Aries as well, placements in your own natal chart, it could also be that this is a strong message for you. But aside of that, I feel like don't control something here that in reality you don't want to control. So basically what I want to say is that some of you have been trying to control too too much something that it's natural, something that it's like you have been resisting and controlling something that you naturally are connected with, and that naturally the universe is going to bring to you because it's meant to be lived, acknowledged, recognized, worked through. So some of you have been in this stubborn or fixed as well dynamic when it comes to your relationships and when it comes to things of the past, like, and that has been part of the reason of why you keep bumping into it. For those of you that cannot forget someone, or that cannot let go of a grudge or let go of something, some of you that feel like your life has not been evolving or moving, there's a lot to consider upon. For those of you that feel that way, there's a lot to consider here about what you have been perhaps a little bit in this denial or resistance or stubbornness, right? To see, to accept, to feel even. I feel like some of you Scorpios have not even allowed yourselves to feel this Six of Cups energies, like to feel the love, right? To feel the joy, to feel, because this is also a very, these two cards together are also very like childlike, this pure essence of something. So there's a pure essence, a feeling that is pure, that is so important for you to experience, that you have not allowed yourself to feel. Perhaps you have been putting here a boundary when it comes to feelings and emotions, like and people getting too close to you. If this is not even someone of the past, if this is someone new, but where there's this weird intimacy and connectedness happening too fast, and it might be scaring you, and it might be asking you to open up, right? It might be asking you to surrender to the feelings, surrender to that pure experience. You might be having a hard time opening up your heart and sharing your heart with others, just as someone I feel here is trying to do with you. I do feel like some of you Scorpios have someone that truthfully wants to open up. If they want to open up, there could be a significant, for some of you there could be a significant age gap between you and a loved one or a person of interest. And for those of you in which that is true, I feel like there's someone here that is also having a little bit of a difficulty processing the differences, the gap. Like, it could be the age gap, it could be the personality, the personality differences, the temperament differences, the social status differences, the basic differences that don't really matter in the pure feeling, but more in the convenience of the relationship and the way it's looked at. It's like someone here is having a hard time, you know, accepting or bringing into their lives a love that is deep and that it's real and that it's interesting, but it's unconventional, or there's something about it where, again, the gap between one energy and the other is scary and intimidating because it asks that surrendering effect. Because the Emperor can be very stubborn, right? The Emperor can have a very traditional as well view upon relationships, and this relationship might not be really the most traditional one, or the one that some of you are used to. And again, control. And so because it asks you to surrender something here so that you can see and try and feel and exchange and have fun, um, you might be resisting it, like pushing here this energy a little bit back until you feel again, what am I going to do about it? And I feel like you will get to an answer more in the end of the month if that's the case for those of you feeling this way. It's like there's something here about signing the deal. Also, for some of you, this is about this is about work and business. Some of you don't know if you should get yourselves involved into something or not during July, and I feel like it's good for you to take your time with it to consider if you should or shouldn't sign that deal, right? Or invest in that situation or progress with what's being presented, because there's still more to come. As I said to you initially, there's still more coming up here. So if you can, with relationships, with yourself, with everything, the trick here seems to be patience, right? Trying not to force things to happen, because they have their natural course with the hangman. They will happen in their own time, and meanwhile you're accessing information even if you're not aware. There's a lot of subconscious behind the scenes activity in which a lot is being given to you in terms of what you need, considering the guidance that you're seeking. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.